Networking. That's today's topic. And in this video, I will share 5 secrets that will completely change what you think about networking. These aren't just tips, they are fundamental shift in your approach. We are going to move from transactional, traditional networking into a space of genuine curiosity, mutual value, and real growth. So by the end of this video, you will master networking like a pro. But first, the fundamental question. Do you think networking is boring? Well, I know many professionals are not a fan of networking. Some people say they are really tired of awkward, small talk and meaningless business card swaps. But what if I told you that networking can become your secret weapon for career growth and even lifelong relationships? How? Let's find out. But before that, why does networking matter? Well, studies show, and I'm sure a lot of us already know, that over 80% of jobs, they are filled through connections rather than the online applications. Now, that's a powerful data point. And great networking isn't about selling yourself. It's about building genuine relationships that lead to these opportunities, that lead to mentorship, that lead to personal growth. So let's first clear some networking myths. Networking is only for extroverts. False. Introverts make amazing networkers thanks to their listening skills. You have to chit chat at parties and events. Wrong. Networking happens everywhere, online, in meetings, even at the gym. It's all about quantity. Incorrect. Quality beats quantity. One great relationship is worth more 50 superficial ones. Now that the fundamental questions are answered, let's jump into the secrets. Secret number 1, the mindset shift. Stop collecting, start connecting. The first and most important secret is all about a mindset shift. The biggest mistake people make is approaching networking like they're trying to collect Pokemon cards. They think the goal is to grab as many contacts as possible, get a business card, add them on LinkedIn, and mentally check a box. That's a fast track to a wide but incredible shallow network, a list of names with no real substance. This is transactional thinking. And it's exactly what makes networking feel so self-centered. The best networkers don't collect contacts, they build relationships. They know that networking isn't a sprint you run only when you need a job. It's a marathon you run for your entire career. You don't start building relationships when you need something. That's like having a friend who only calls when they need to borrow money. It feels opportunistic. So how do you make this shift? It starts with genuine curiosity. When you meet someone, your goal isn't to figure out what they can do for you. Your goal is to learn who they are. Be truly interested in their story, their challenges, what they're passionate about. When you approach conversations with a desire to understand rather than desire to gain, the entire dynamics change. It stops being a pitch and it starts being a real conversation. Think about it. Would you rather have 500 LinkedIn connections who barely know your name or 50 trusted contacts who respect you and would actually help you if you asked? That smaller group is infinitely more powerful. It's a network built on trust. And that's the foundation of any successful career. Secret number 2, the value first mandate. Be a giver, not a taker. This leads right into our second secret, which is how you put the new mindset into action. The quickest way to kill your career growth is to only reach out when you need something. It's transactional and it makes people feel used. The solution is simple. Always lead with generosity. Focus on what you can give, not what you can get. Now, a lot of people, especially if they are early in their career, they immediately think, but I don't have anything to give. I don't have a high level job or ton of money. What value can I offer? This is a huge misunderstanding of what value really means. Value isn't just about money or status. It comes in many forms. And trust me, everyone has something valuable to offer. Think of your network like a bank account of goodwill. Every time you add value to someone's life, you make a deposit. So what does this value look like in practice? First, share your connections This is one of the most powerful things you can do. If you're talking to someone and realize they have a problem that another person in your network could solve, make an introduction. Second, share your knowledge. You have a unique point of view from your own experience. Did you just read a great industry article or listen to a game changing podcast or find a tool that made your life 10% easier? Share it. A simple message saying, I saw this and thought of our conversation is an incredible way to stay on someone's radar and show you're thinking of them. And third, just offer your support and your ear. Sometimes the most valuable thing you can give is your undivided attention. Practice active listening. Don't just wait for your turn to talk. Listen to understand. Ask thoughtful questions. Acknowledge their wins. Give them a pat on the back, or simply say, I really appreciate you sharing that. In a world where everyone is distracted, giving someone your full attention is a rare gift. And secret number 3, go for depth, not distance. Now, this secret pushes back against the idea that more is always better. It's about prioritizing the quality of your connections over the quantity. Trying to maintain hundreds of surface level relationships is just a recipe for burnout. The goal is to build a small, curated group of deep, meaningful connections. Traditional networking can feel like speed dating. You have a 2-minute chat to swap the cards and move on, left with a blur of faces and shallow conversations. The solution is to go deeper. When you meet someone, don't just ask the boring, so what do you do? The question is a conversation killer. Instead, get curious about the person. Ask questions that invite a story. Like, what's the most exciting project you're working on right now? Or what's the biggest challenge in your industry that your industry is facing? How did you get into your field? What's your story? And my personal favorite, what are you passionate about outside of work? These kinds of questions open the door to real conversations, and they help you find common ground beyond just job titles. This is how you go from being a random contact to a real connection. The takeaway here is to be selective. Your goal isn't to meet everyone in the room. Aim for 2, 3 memorable, in-depth conversations. That's it. It's less intimidating, more enjoyable, and so much more effective. Moving on to secret number 4, the curation strategy. Build your circle with purpose. The 4th secret is about being intentional. Let's call it the curation strategy. A lot of networking advice just says to show up, but a much smarter approach is to be deliberate. A strategic networking plan is your roadmap to make sure your efforts actually line up with your goals. This starts with defining why you're networking. Are you looking for a mentor? Are you exploring a new industry? Are you searching for clients? Once you know what you want, you can identify the right people to connect with. And it's a huge mistake to only network up with senior people. A truly powerful network is diverse. It includes your peers, your future leaders, junior colleagues who know the newest trends, and people from totally different industries who can offer a fresh perspective you'd never find otherwise. Think of yourself as the curator of your own professional network. You want a collection that's diverse, interesting, and valuable in many different ways. So how do you curate it? First, make a list, not of random people, but of roles, companies, type of expertise you want to connect with. If you want to move into tech, your list should be software engineers, product managers, or VCs. Use LinkedIn and other platforms to research people in those roles. You can even use the newer AI-driven tools that suggest connections based on your goals. So once you have your list, don't just send a cold connection request. Find a warmer path. Do you have a mutual connection? Are they speaking at an event you could attend? Have they written an article you can thoughtfully comment on to start building that rapport? Third, do your homework. Before you talk to someone on your target list, read their LinkedIn, check out their company, see if they've been on any podcast. This lets you ask specific, relevant questions that show you invested time and respect their time. Nothing builds a connection faster than showing you cared enough to do a little research. It's like building a personal board of directors. You'd want experts in finance, in marketing, in operations, not just five of the same person. So curate your network with that same intention. And lastly, secret five, the follow-up formula. Nurture your network like a garden. The final secret is where most networking efforts fall apart. You can have an amazing conversation, but if you don't follow up, then that connection will just fade away. Failing to maintain contact is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Think of your network as a garden. You can't just plant seeds and walk away. You have to water them, you have to give them sunlight. Your professional relationships need that same consistent nurturing. The problem is most people don't have a system. Their follow-up is random, or worse, they only show up when they need a favor. The key is to have a simple, repeatable process. So here's a three-part formula that works. Part one is immediate follow-up. Within 24 hours of meeting someone, send a personalized message. And please note generic templates. Reference something specific from your conversation. For example, great meeting you yesterday. I really enjoyed our chat about the future of AI in digital marketing. And I'm definitely going to check out that book that you recommended. See, this makes you memorable. Part two is the value add check-in. This is the nurturing phase. Every few months, find a reason to reach out that isn't about you. This is where our secret, the value first mandate, comes into play. Send them an interesting article. Congratulate them on their promotion. Share an opportunity that seems like a good fit for them. Why not? The goal is to stay on their radar in a positive, helpful way. And part three is the update loop. If someone in your network helps you, offers advice or introduction, always close the loop. Send a thank you note and let them know how the conversation went. If you act on their advice, send them an update a few months later, sharing the results. This shows that you value their help and makes them much more likely to help you again. So these are the secrets of networking smarter. We have talked about shifting your mindset from collecting to connecting, giving value first, going for depth over distance, curating your circle with purpose, and following up like a pro. I strongly believe that networking can transform your career, your confidence, and life. So here's your challenge. Reach out to one person this week and start a meaningful conversation. And if you found this valuable, share it with a friend who needs a networking boost. This is episode 8 of Executive Mastery series. The next one is much needed one. Episode 9 is managing workplace conflicts. So hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. And if you're new to my channel, do subscribe as I post videos every week. Keep learning, keep leading.